Maya first saw Sam across a crowded room. His energy was magnetic, his laughter infectious. The room seemed to light up around him, drawing people in like moths to a flame. Maya couldn't help but be intrigued by this man who seemed to be the life of the party, yet carried an air of mystery about him. She was drawn to his zest for life, his ability to find joy in the everyday. It was as if he had a secret map to happiness, one that he was eager to share with anyone willing to join him on his journey. Maya found herself smiling more, laughing more, just by being in his presence. Sam, in turn, was captivated by Maya's quiet strength, her aura of calm amidst the chaos. She was like a serene lake in the middle of a bustling city, offering a sense of peace and stability that he had long been searching for. Her eyes held a depth that spoke of wisdom and understanding, qualities that Sam found incredibly alluring. Their connection was instant, undeniable. It was as if the universe had conspired to bring them together at that exact moment. Their eyes locked, and in that brief exchange, 1,000 unspoken words passed between them. They both felt it. A spark, a pull, something that neither could ignore. They fell into step as if they'd known each other a lifetime. Their conversations flowed effortlessly, and they found themselves finishing each other's sentences. It was a dance of souls, perfectly in sync, moving to a rhythm that only they could hear. Conversations flowed effortlessly, punctuated by shared laughter and lingering glances. They talked about everything and nothing, losing track of time as the hours slipped away. Each word, each laugh, each glance only served to deepen the connection they felt. Their first date was a blur of shared stories and stolen kisses. They wandered through the city hand in hand, discovering hidden gems and creating memories that would last a lifetime. Every moment felt magical, as if they were living in a dream. Sam, full of nervous energy, talked a mile a minute, jumping from one thought to the next. His excitement was palpable, and Maya found it endearing. She loved how passionate he was about life, how his eyes lit up when he spoke about his dreams and aspirations. Maya, a natural listener, found herself captivated by his enthusiasm. She hung on to his every word, fascinated by the way he saw the world. His perspective was refreshing, and she felt like she was seeing life through a new lens. He was like a breath of fresh air, his impulsiveness both exhilarating and endearing. He pushed her out of her comfort zone, encouraging her to take risks and embrace the unknown. With Sam, every day was an adventure, and Maya found herself looking forward to what each new day would bring. As weeks melted into months, their bond deepened. They learned more about each other, discovering shared interests and values. They became each other's confidants, sharing their hopes, fears, and dreams. Their love grew stronger with each passing day. Sam brought excitement and spontaneity into Maya's life. He introduced her to new experiences, from spontaneous road trips to late-night stargazing. He showed her the beauty of living in the moment, and she found herself falling deeper in love with him. Weekends were filled with impromptu adventures, from hiking hidden trails to exploring bustling flea markets. They cherished these moments, creating a treasure trove of memories that they would look back on with fondness. Maya, in turn, provided a grounding presence, a safe harbor in Sam's often turbulent world. She was his rock, offering stability and comfort when he needed it most. Her calm demeanor helped him navigate the storms of life, and he was grateful for her unwavering support. Their differences, once charming quirks, soon began to surface. They started to notice the little things that set them apart, from their daily routines to their ways of handling stress. These differences, while initially endearing, began to create friction. Sam's boundless energy often translated into forgetfulness and a struggle to stay organized. He would lose track of time, misplace important items, and forget appointments. His chaotic approach to life started to clash with Maya's need for order and structure. Maya, a creature of habit, found his impulsiveness increasingly frustrating. She valued routine and predictability, and Sam's spontaneous nature often threw her off balance. The very traits that had once drawn them together now seemed to be driving them apart. Little did they know, a storm was brewing, threatening the very foundation of their love. The challenges they faced were not insurmountable, but they would require patience, understanding, and a willingness to compromise. As they stood on the precipice of this new chapter, they would have to decide if their love was strong enough to weather the storm. Life with Sam was never dull. From the moment Maya met him, she was captivated by his zest for life. Every day felt like a new adventure, filled with laughter and excitement. He possessed a contagious energy that infused every aspect of their relationship. Whether they were dancing in the living room or exploring a bustling city street, Sam's enthusiasm was infectious. He was the life of the party, always ready with a quick wit and a playful joke. Friends and strangers alike were drawn to his charismatic personality, making every social gathering a memorable event. His spontaneity kept Maya on her toes, turning ordinary days into unexpected adventures. One moment they could be lounging at home, and the next they were off on a spontaneous hike or exploring a new town. However, beneath the surface of Sam's vibrant personality lay a hidden struggle attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. It was a part of him that he rarely spoke about, but it influenced many aspects of his life. What initially appeared as charming quirks, his impulsiveness, his tendency to flit from one task to another, gradually revealed themselves as symptoms of a deeper neurological condition. His mind was a whirlwind of thoughts, making it difficult for him to focus on any one thing for too long. Missed appointments, forgotten promises, and a trail of unfinished projects became commonplace. The chaos that followed him was not just physical but also emotional, affecting both their lives in ways Maya hadn't anticipated. Maya found herself constantly reminding Sam of deadlines, picking up the pieces of his impulsive decisions. She became the anchor in their relationship, trying to provide the stability that Sam often lacked. The weight of responsibility of managing not only her life but also aspects of his began to take its toll. She juggled her own career, personal goals, and the added burden of keeping their lives on track. The very traits that initially drew Maya to Sam, his boundless energy, his infectious enthusiasm, now felt overwhelming at times. The disparity in their energy levels created a tension that was hard to ignore. The constant stimulation, the lack of structure, left her feeling emotionally drained. She longed for moments of peace and quiet, a break from the relentless pace that Sam's lifestyle demanded. Resentment began to simmer beneath the surface, threatening to erupt. The love they shared was still there, but it was overshadowed by the growing frustrations and unspoken tensions that loomed over their relationship. The tension reached a breaking point on their anniversary. What was supposed to be a night of celebration turned into a night of heartbreak. Sam, caught up in a whirlwind of work and personal commitments, was oblivious to the significance of the day. His mind was a storm of deadlines and meetings, leaving little room for anything else. He completely forgot their special day, a day that Maya had been looking forward to for weeks. The marked date on the calendar was a stark reminder of his neglect. He arrived home late, full of apologies and excuses, but the damage was done. His tired eyes and weary demeanor only added to Maya's sense of abandonment. Maya, heartbroken and feeling utterly insignificant, finally broke down. The beautifully set table, now a symbol of her loneliness, stood as a testament to her unfulfilled hopes. Tears streamed down her face as she voiced her pain, the accumulated hurt of feeling unseen, unheard, and unappreciated. Each tear was a release of the pent-up emotions she had been holding back for so long, the accumulated hurt of feeling unseen, unheard, and unappreciated. Her voice trembled as she recounted the many times she felt like a ghost in her own home. Sam's forgetfulness, once a forgivable quirk, now felt like a symbol of his lack of care. The forgotten gift on the table was a painful reminder of his neglect. The fight that ensued was their worst yet. Voices were raised and the air was thick with tension. Each word was a dagger cutting deeper into their already fragile relationship. Accusations flew like daggers, each word laced with pain and frustration. Maya's voice was filled with years of pent-up resentment, while Sam's was defensive and confused. Maya accused Sam of being selfish, of being too caught up in his own world to notice her needs. Her words were sharp, each one a reflection of her deep-seated hurt. Sam, overwhelmed and confused, retreated further into himself, unable to process Maya's emotional outburst. He felt like he was drowning in a sea of accusations, unable to find a way to make things right. That night, they lay in bed, separated by a chasm of hurt and misunderstanding. The physical distance between them was a stark contrast to the emotional closeness they once shared. The silence was deafening, punctuated only by the muffled sobs escaping Maya's throat. Each sob was a reminder of the emotional gulf that now lay between them. Their future together, once bright and full of promise, now seemed precariously balanced on a knife's edge. The crack in their relationship was growing wider, threatening to break them apart for good.